fifth graders have been working on our unit. And when I say a unit, that means we don't just work on this production. We work on science and social studies and math and language arts, all surrounding the book, the Lorax. So over on the tables by the red wall, you will find our projects that we did, and we talked about environmental issues, parts of the tree, Earth's resources, why it's important to take care of our Earth. So for 9 weeks, the students today have really dug deep and studied this book and the reasons why we need to take good care of our Earth. We hope you enjoy our production today, and thank you to Miss Carla for being our writer. Hopefully you have a program in front of you, and we'll tell you who's in the play. But just to reiterate, the team today that you see up on stage everyone did a wonderful part putting this production together. So thank you so much for coming today.
In a land not far from this one here, in a time that's not so far but near, is the street of the lifted Lorax. Now I know you believe you know how the story goes, but stories can change just like the wind blows. So our story begins with a girl and a boy. The girl's name's Sally. We'll call the boy Troy. One day they went out to have fun and play, which sadly children don't do enough of today. Sally said to Troy,
I found something neat, a book with a top of a tree.
Wow, Sally, that is sweet.
They had read all about trees and how they grew in the lawn, but they had never seen one because they were all gone. So Sally and Troy decided that day to find out about trees, but there was only one way. They would have to hike where the grickle grass grows to find the old Windsor, because only he knows. They happily bounced up to the old Windsor's shack, and he screamed.
What do you want?
And the friends jumped back.
We came, sir, to ask you all about trees.
And couldn't you be nice and not yell at us, please?
Okay, I will tell you all that I know. Just sit. Be quiet. Here we go.
So he started to tell them of long ago, when the grass was green and the trees did grow. He told of bright-colored truffula trees that grew for miles in the fresh morning breeze. And he told of the cute little barbaloot bears. And the swami swans with their 2 little hairs. And the humming fish that splash all around, and how this place was the best ever found.
I'm a barbaloot. Oh, you cute. I feel
this place. BF focus into business area.
We are swimming around. Just look at me.
The lake is best as you can see.
He said he loved what he saw right from the start, so he hitched up a horse and went to unload his cart. And his very first act was to begin to chop. And then he set up his need knitting shop.
I was excited when I watched the first tree fall. the stones. I heard a strange call.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to me, please. My name is Lorax, and I speak for the trees. And I want to know, what is this foul stuff you made out of my truffle and tuck?
I chopped down one tree. Don't get bent out of shape. If you calm down, I will make you a cape or a vest or a hat or a shirt or a glove or anything you may love.
The Lorax said no one would buy it, but what did he know? To prove him wrong, that Windsor put on a show.
What? A grandma? The heck? Hey everyone, just look at me. This meat is almost pretty as me.
No, look at me. I am in the group. You are too.
The models he had just made the need grow, and it was loved so much, more trees had to go. So he called his mother and cousin and dad to help make more needs, and the work made them glad.
Look at my baby. I am so happy and proud.
Hi there, cause I'm crying out loud.
And look at you. You're up on the ball. And to think, I thought you'd be nothing at all.
They worked and they worked all day and all night.
Now I'm mad. This just isn't right. I repeat, I speak for the trees.
We are busy, so be quiet, please.
He left in a huff, but came back before long to tell the young Windsor what else he'd done wrong.
I speak for the trees and the proud barbaloots who count on trees for truffle and fruits. You are taking away the only food that they had, and now my poor friends must go away sad.
Alright, we not talk on foot. But can I eat those fruits?
The Windsor was sad as he watched them all go, but he said,
Business, and business must grow.
and Windsor's business did in fact grow. And he went and he built more factories, you know. They took up space and polluted the air, and before you knew it, the Lorax was there. He was coughing and gagging and trying to breathe, which is another reason why that Windsor should leave.
I speak for the Swami Swans. Also, you see, and this time, I hope you will listen to me. My poor Swami Swans cannot sing a note, because no one can sing with the smog in the throat.
I can't breathe. My lungs are tight. I can't breathe. I think I just died for us to leave.
So each Swami Swam with a gag and a cough gave a weak wave as each traveled off. And if you thought that was all, then you were quite wrong. The Lorax was not done with his sad song.
And that's the old glumpity grump in that lake that your factories are dumping for goodness sake.
water swimming and playing.
We cannot play when you cannot see.
Glup was not good for them at all, you know, so the poor hummingbird fish, too, had to go. As the Lorax pointed his finger in the Winsor's face, a very sad thing was then taking place. As he faced that Windsor with an angry growl, they heard what was a disturbing sound. At that very moment, they heard a loud whack. From outside in the field came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then they heard that tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. Everything changed from that very day. The Winsor's workers all had to go away.
Oh, well, I guess you did fine for a while. We were going home now, just trying to smile.
No more job, nothing at all. Yep, I knew you messed up. Not that you listen.
And all that was left under that foul-smelling sky was the Windsor and Lorax, who soon said goodbye. And all that he left in all of that mess was a pile of rocks and one word, unless.
Yes, I had messed up and I was quite sad. I took a place that was happy and made it quite sad. But now that I see you, yes, now that you are here, the Lorax's message is now very clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It is not.
I care.
Said Troy.
Me too.
Sally agreed, and the old Windsor gave her the last truffula seed.
I will plant it and watch it grow.
We promised to be careful, you know.
So they went and they planted that seed and treated it with care, and they gave it clean water and gave it fresh air. They hoped if they protected it from the axe, that the Lorax and all of his friends might come back.
Okay, I'm ready. Palm trees in the forest, palm trees by the sea, oaks and maples help you and me. With airs to breathe and food to eat, shady shade to beat the heat. Beautiful trees, you know we love them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. They're taking a carbon dioxide through their leaves and put out oxygen for everyone to breathe. Trees, beautiful trees, arms of magnolias in the tropic cities, cacti in the desert are sure not pretty. So let's bloom and let's pot and plant more of be glad we got beautiful trees. You know we love them. Beautiful trees, we need more of them. They're taking a carbon dioxide through their leaves and put out oxygen for everyone to breathe. Trees, beautiful trees. Trees, beautiful trees.
As Ms. Carroll said, we learned a lot from this unit. We learned about ways we can get back to our earth. So the children are now going to come, and they've got packets of seeds. and plant them somewhere so we continue to make our world beautiful.
You're actually seeds.
They're actually
We wanted to really emphasize helping our earth. You know, kids want to know more about how do we save our earth. How can they do it by themselves? So we wanted to incorporate science and social studies and language arts, and we did units in all 3 of our rooms. We learned about trees and what they do for us, and they give us oxygen, and we need trees. We need to save them. We talked about not littering, limiting the pollution, walking more, and we wanted to emphasize being patient behind the scenes and really giving them confidence and showing them that they can do this and that they can speak in front of people. And we just had a lot of fun with it. We worked really hard and practiced really hard.
Yeah, and with my part, this was like our 4th time doing this. So each year I try to find something that's going to be fun and exciting for the kids to do. So we went through the whole interview process. They filled out interviews. I did auditions. And then from that, I tried to find parts that fit their personality or even their ability. And of course, that's how Arthur ended up with the Lorax, because he's already our larger-than-life personality. So it was easy for him to memorize his lines and to be able to do what he needed to do. But the object was to try to pull out their strongest points and give them a part that fit that. I wrote the play. What we usually do is we take a story that's already been done, and then I rewrite it. I make it rhyme and try to make it fun to fit in with the children that we have at that time. So the Lorax was fun.
I'm a first-year teacher, so I was very excited to be involved with this. And I tell you, even though we'd be sitting having a break and my students would be like, can we practice for the play? And I just loved it, and we practiced whenever they wanted. They worked so hard, and we are just so proud of them.
And it worked well with our team because like Tracy did, she's the artist in our group. So her and Nancy Bastian did a lot of the decoration and the
shirt
props.
design.
Yeah, she did the Yes.
Thank you.
We got it mostly from the book is where I took most of the ideas and just looked through the pictures on the book. I did pull up some pictures on the internet for the shirt design to try to, because we wanted to incorporate the truffula trees. And then the old Windsor shack in the book is dark and dreary, and so that's why it has the gray color. And then the tree stump that the Lorax is in is supposed to be bright, and so that's where all of those came from.